Hello, everyone. You're listening to Lipstick and Leather, and on the phone with me is none other than Mr. Doug Weir of Damn Pigeon. How's the day treating you, Doug?
Excellent, thanks. And you?
Oh, it's a good day. It's definitely a good day here in Thunder Bay, and very good to finally chat with you on the phone.
Yeah, this is great. We've had a texting thing going on for a while, and it's nice to actually do it in person.
Yes, likewise. All right, now with the Damn Pigeon album Re-Coop, did you contribute to the lyrics, or were they written before you joined the band?
I did almost all the lyrics. There was a few songs where Steve Proud had written some lyrics, and they were quite good. So we ended up using those. The one song is Who Cares? That Steve actually contributed all the lyrics, and we kind of reversed it a little bit, where I contributed a bit of the music on that one, so it was kind of fun to do a flip on it. So
very cool. Now, are there plans for a follow-up to Re-Coop?
Yeah, we're already putting something together. We've got about we've got about 1 million ideas, and probably about 5 tunes that have started to gel. So, and as a matter of fact, just before I called you, I'm just kind of doing some lyric writing right now for a new one. So,
right on. Maybe 2015 release.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, we'll probably start recording in about 3 months, I would guess. So,
nice.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pleased and excited with the way the songs are turning out. It's funny, each record, CD, whatever they call them now, seems to have a life of its own, and this one has an interesting personality starting to form. So
definitely. Now, does your cover band 13th Hour still do shows?
Yes, we do occasionally. It's funny, I was just out with our bass player for 13th Hour, Paul Luffelholtz, for a couple of beers on Friday. He came out to a show we did here in London with the Death Bombs. So it was a good time, and Paul was out, and good to see the fellows in 13th Hour. I haven't seen Jamie or Rick for a little while, but we have a couple of Syre shows coming up, so that should be fun, and we'll get to hang out again. So
when and where are the Syre shows?
We're doing something in Woodstock that's I don't want to call it a charity show. It's for a friend of ours, a longtime friend who's not well right now, and we wanted to kind of do a fun show for him, and maybe raise a little bit of money to do something with. I don't know whether that'll be something that's helping out someone else or helping him out. You never know what people want to do with these things. But anyway, we're doing a show for that, and it should be fun to see all the guys. So.
I'd love to make it out to that. I'll have to get some more information off you off the air later.
Sure.
Now, how come you're not credited on the Kissing Time Kiss tribute CD on Rock and Roll All Night? I know you're thanked in the liner notes, but you're actually not credited for background vocals on it.
I don't know, actually. I was just listening to that CD the other day. It's a great CD, and another great charity to be involved with, which is the Toronto Children's Hospital. That's a great place, and it was nice to do something to help out with the funding of that hospital, and to help the kids out. I kind of got a call from Spiro, who's a good friend of mine, and he was working on his contribution to the CD, which was Rock and Roll All Night. Really awesome job they did too. The Aaron from the studio did a magnificent job in getting the sounds to an accurate place for the original recording, or to the original recording of that tune. And they kind of called me in last minute. I think they were looking for a sort of a gravelly voiced Peter Criss type of background, or that was the background that I ended up modeling on the song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they, I probably just was an oversight, but I know they said thanks in the thing, and it was just a great thing to be part of, and all of the bands on there were really, really good, and I loved the interpretations that they did, and it was a great thing to be involved in, so, a lot of fun. And if any of the listeners are out there and they haven't heard of that, or they've heard of it and haven't had the opportunity to pick that up, I strongly suggest that they do. It's a great CD, and it's for a great cause. So
maybe they'll do a follow-up and you can do Getaway by Peter Criss.
I'd love to. I'm shocked that you actually knew that. You've done your homework.
Now, you're currently doing some recording with a friend from Belfast, Ireland. Any chance this is Dave King, former Fastlane Floggy Malling singer?
No, it's a fellow he's from another band. I don't know if I can mention the band he's with. I have a cottage down on Lake Erie, and I was down there, and a friend of ours had some friends from Ireland down, and we were having a couple beers, and it turned out one of the friends that was from Ireland was from a fairly well-known band in Ireland, and we hit it off, had a good time, and started to do a little bit of writing, and decided to do a bit more, via the electronics that are available these days, and we'll call it something like Over the Pond or something like that, or Over the Bog. Interesting songs that are coming out of that, and they're a little different than anything I've done, and it'll probably be a little different than what this fellow's done too. So, but it should be interesting.
Definitely, and it'll be a collaborative effort when it's released?
Yes, and kind of neat to do. It would be very challenging to do, back in the old days when it was, tape and reel. You'd be sending stuff back and forth. And when we did the Syre stuff, we were touring with, everyone, and back and forth across the country and down through the States. And, on several occasions we had to get into studios in different cities. And our manager and producer would fly in with the reels, carrying those things, and try not to run them through any x-rays at the airports and things like that. Nowadays you can just send it over in a matter of seconds, and as long as everyone has the correlating software on their computers, they can just jump right into their studios and add to whatever you've done on your side of the pond. So
definitely, technology can be pretty amazing these days.
Absolutely, yeah, it's been great. So
now, how did you get the chance to meet Mr. Tom Morello?
Tom, that's kind of an interesting story. My wife is in love with Chris Cornell. I think most girls out there, and probably most of the girls listening, maybe are in love with Chris Cornell. I was just on Tom's website and saw that he was offering up some kind of meet and greet opportunities at some of his shows for folks, and I believe they were in support of Amnesty International. And I thought, I'll take my wife out to the show and get her backstage as a surprise. We never did end up meeting Cornell, but ended up hanging with Tom, who's an excellent guy, and a tip of the hat to him for being a big supporter of Amnesty as well. So
very cool.
Yeah.